Well, we had an item on one of our banquet menus. It was simply called Bow Ties and Mushrooms, I think was the title of it. And so I took a hard look at that and tried to think of how can we make that new Appalachian? How can we tie a story into that? So what we came up with, a lot of the Appalachian words for a morel mushroom are moxies, molly moochers. I think there's 4 or 5 different names that people refer to morels as. And so what we came up with, the bow tie pasta that we used actually looks like a butterfly. So we simply named the dish Moxies and Butterflies, which the name itself becomes intriguing, but what we tried to do with that is incorporate a story. We took the mushrooms and pasta, or the mushroom and bow tie pasta, and renamed it Moxies and Butterflies. And then we put a story with it, and it goes something like a walk through the forest on a spring afternoon was the inspiration for this dish, and when we brought it home to you, this is what we called it, Moxies and Butterflies. It was something to that effect, and it sold like hotcakes. But the really interesting thing is that when we originally priced it, we were only getting, I think, about $13 or $14 out of it. Well, by changing the ingredients a little bit, instead of shiitake mushrooms, we added morel mushrooms, which are quite a bit more expensive. But that's the only change we made to it. And we were able to get $4 or $5 more out of that entree than what we typically would have. So I think the point here is that by creating these stories, you're value adding the menu. You're not doing much different with it. We've incorporated the local, but by adding this nice story to it, we've been able to increase the price, which we typically couldn't have done otherwise.
One of the points of efficiency is a small, manageable menu. And we do not have a small, manageable menu. We have a very large menu that has evolved over time, and we're hesitant to reduce the menu items because even though they may represent only 14 sales in a period of a month, the people that are coming in to buy those 14 have been, that's the reason they're coming to the restaurant. In the beginning, by being in small towns, we tried to be everything to everyone. The challenges logistically are significant, but you can overcome them. We try to cross over as many of the ingredients that we can. So if we have feta cheese in a 5-ounce portion cup, it goes on a pizza, it goes on a pasta, it goes on a salad. It's prepped and stored in one place and taken from the one place and maybe partially distributed 2 or 3 to get you through the shift at the salad station, 2 or 3 at pizza, and 2 or 3 at pasta. And then you're going back from the one place where you're prepping and portioning it and taking it back. So the same thing with diced tomatoes and onions. And we are hesitant to do menu items that require special things. Our current prep list has 98 items on it that have to be checked every morning, and about 5 or 6 that are, checked shift to shift at, 4 to 6 o'clock. That's about 2.5 times what Outback offers.